Hi, this is Michael, and this is my review of the NuForce S3-BT high-fidelity Bluetooth speakers. I'll just spin the box around so you can see how they're packaged. Here is what you're going to get. First of all, this is the user guide, and this has actually got some great information in it. For instance, these speakers feature apt-x codec, and if you're not familiar with that, you'll get a good schooling by reading the introduction to the speakers. You also get the AC power adapter. Now this is 100 to 240 volts and 47 to 63 hertz, so you can use this internationally. And this has a 6-foot power cord on it. You also get a stereo mini plug to RCA cord here, and this is 6 feet long. This is so that you can use the headphone output of a non-Bluetooth device, or simply to provide a auxiliary in or a line in using any audio source, bypassing Bluetooth altogether. And that is also 6 feet. And then a speaker cable, and that is used to connect the master speaker to the slave, and this is 10 feet long. Now the speakers themselves, obviously there's 2 speakers. One of them I'm going to call the master speaker, and the other one is the other one. How's that for being technical? Now this is about 4.5 inches wide. It's about 7.5 inches deep, and you'll want to add about a half more inch to account for the extension of the terminals. And then it's about 7.5 inches tall. Now on the back of the master speaker, this is the bass port, so this is just going to give you that resonance that you expect from bass. This is the audio input using the RCA plugs. And then they do provide a USB port here, and the only purpose for that USB port is to provide power to a USB chargeable or powered device, but this has nothing to do with audio input or output. And then here's your DC input, and this is your speaker terminals, and then there's the on-off switch for the speaker right here. These are covered with a vinyl leather-ish like looking material, and then the bottom of the speakers do have 2 rubber runners there to help prevent against sliding on a smooth surface. Now the other speaker is simplified because this is simply the speaker with none of the controls. You do get the bass reflex port, and then you have the terminals for connecting the 2 speakers together, but everything else is that's it. Everything else is on the main speaker. They do have grill covers, and the grill covers do snap off, so you can see the speaker elements here. And I just noticed that I have a dented tweeter dome, so that's interesting. I'll check the other one here. Yeah, that's what it should look like. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those off because it looks cool that way, and I'm going to plug these in and get these going. I guess I might as well talk about the control on the master speaker as well. So this is the either the Bluetooth or the line in. This is called the source button here. Here's your play and pause. This is your track selection. And then, of course, your volume. Now, this looks like it's a remote that pops out, but it's actually not a remote. And in fact, there is no remote for this. It would have been pretty awesome if this were like a little snap-in remote. And it looks like it is, but it really isn't. So don't be deceived by that. So let's get some power and some input into these, and we'll see how they sound. I want to talk briefly about the codecs that the NuForce speakers use. First of all, apt-x. So that's a Bluetooth codec, and that is superior to the older Bluetooth codec. It's a better compression algorithm, so it is just basically giving you a higher quality signal. And the other codec is the AAC codec. Now, AAC is the successor to the MP3 codec. And again, it's arguably a much better codec for encoding music than MP3. So both of these codecs, aptX and AAC, are really optimizing the whole Bluetooth speaker experience as much as current technology will allow. So these are going to give you a better sound. Now, of course, the best sound is going to be if you use the line in, and if you use MP3s or AAC music files, even they will sound better with the line in than using the Bluetooth. Of course, the best sound would be playing a CD off a little CD player or directly from your computer and using the line in. But all things considered, these are just a really nice sounding little speaker. And I'm going to do a sound comparison between these and the Bose SoundLink 2. First, a test of the NuForce speakers. And now a test of the Bose SoundLink 2. And again, here's the NuForce. This time I'm playing it on a CD player using the line in. And here's the same song on the Bose SoundLink 2 using the line in. So I really like these speakers. They don't get exceedingly loud, but I mean, they're pretty loud enough. They're louder than the Bose. And but for, you know, small, medium, and even larger sized rooms, they're going to provide a nice amount of volume. They are bookshelf speakers after all. The bass reflex port really does a great job of getting the bass out there. My only reservations are I wish it had a remote. There's a couple of idiosyncrasies with the way the volume works on these. In the Bluetooth mode, you don't get any indication that you've reached a maximum volume, yet you do get that indication using the line in. Not sure why that is. And also, you can only, if you're using Bluetooth to your smartphone or laptop or whatever, you can only use the track skip buttons when a song is playing. You can't put a song into pause, and then skip forward or backward a track, and that's a bit of an inconvenience. So you can only skip songs while the current song is actually playing. All in all, these are really attractive. They're a great size. They're very functional, flexible. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.